I want to welcome everyone to today's um, broadcast, to today's video. Thank you all for joining me. I want to thank you. I want to appreciate everyone who have reached out to me. I want to sincerely apologize that we started a little bit late today. It was because of some program, some things I needed to attend to at the church. So I want to continue from where I left off the last week ago, and we were talking about how to break the power of evil of a cause over an head, the head that is caused. So we want to break that power off, and I want to give some spiritual tips that can help someone who has recognized or observed that his or her head has been caused, that there is a cause hovering over his or her head, that anything he or she does meet with failure, no matter the effort he or she put in, no matter the strength that the person put in that spiritual, in that work, in that business, in that venture, it meets with failure. So today I want to share with us what you need to do. Some things I ask people to do every three months, if you are capable. Or in the worst scenario, I ask people to do it at least every 6 months. Every 6 months, you should make effort to do this spiritual work. This spiritual, that even if there is evil hovering over your head, even if there is any cause that has been placed over the head of an individual, whether the cause was placed from generation past, like I said in my last broadcast, and I said how the different way that you can recognize causes. That one, and I explained how causes come upon people. I gave the scenario where an individual, Joshua, placed a curse over a people, a nation. Joshua placed a curse over a town, that anyone that attempts to build that town will do that at the peril, at the danger of his first child and at the danger of his last child. So that those two children, the first and the last child, will pay a price for it, the supreme price with their lives. Joshua placed that cause, and we saw how an individual made effort to do that, and it really occurred. So sometimes curses come to people's head. How does this cause come to people's head? I also explained that last week. I said there are evil spells that are placed on family. Some family, there are evil spells that are placed on them. So whoever those children are that comes through those family, automatically they begin to experience curses over their head. And I want to share with you two powerful spiritual work that I will encourage you to make effort to do it. That no matter how difficult, no matter how bad it has been, no matter the evil spiritual spell that has been operating, I can assure you that if you can give attention, I gave two last week, I'm adding another one to it, that if you could, I can assure you, here you step into, things will turn around. I can assure you that you can't do this spiritual work and you don't see positive changes. Now, I also stated in the last one that how do they place a curse on people's head? I said, one, when there is a curse of some people can place, some evil person, some evil personality can release a curse, a pronouncement of evil, to do evil to a family. Then some other person, it can be that when your head gear, your cap, you put on a cap and suddenly you can't find that cap again. I have seen it in several places. Let me give you my own experience. One of the things I noticed, I went for an occasion right down there at my village in my homestead country. It was a burial ceremony. We went down there and we went for about 4 days for that burial ceremony, to do a burial ceremony. And I went. One of my, there's a shoe I took down from my tree. And I can tell you, where we were sleeping, we were more than 6 male sleeping in that particular point. But let me tell you, what I noticed was that my own shoe got missing. My own shoe got missing. We looked for it frantically. I looked for that shoe. My wife did everything to also help to look for that shoe. People will look for that shoe because I know the implication. We couldn't, as I'm talking up till today, we couldn't find that shoe. That shoe went. I knew that somebody has taken that shoe to do an evil spell over my life. And immediately when I came back, I began to see the effect of losing that shoe. If not that, let me tell you, when I got home, they started afflicting me with the spirit of madness. I started hearing voices, strange voices. I began to hear it. And I can tell you, if not that I know what to do, that would have been the beginning of madness for my enemies. So let me tell you, this what I'm saying is very real. People are evil. They take something from somebody. They may take the cloth of an individual and take it to evil shrines. They take people's cap. They take people's wear. They take people's shoe and they take it and use it as a contact to place curse, to place evil, to bewitch individual. If you are falling into that category, that they have taken something from you, you just found out strangely that your shoe arm is missing, or your cloth is missing, your cap is missing. Please, I want you to know that, and it means in an unusual place, a place where it's supposed not to miss, then you need to be very conscious that there is something you need to read between the line, that the enemy may use that thing that has missed in that those clothes, those cap of yours, those property of yours to bewitch you, to cast spell on you. That it happened to me. Let me tell you another scenario that happened to me, so that you will know what I'm saying is real. At a particular time, I also went to a place, and one of my auntie, my father's sister, was there. And I've been warned that this person is evil. But I care not. I just say, I need to greet. I need to at least say some courtesy and visit her, to pay a courtesy visit to her. And I went. And right there and there, in the bed, because aunt is my father's elder sister, I need to give respect as we do here in Africa to her. And she decided that she's going to pray for me. And lo and below, I never knew that she's going to place her hand on my ear. And there, as I knelt down before her and she wanted to pray for me, the next thing she did, she placed her two hands on my ear like this. And then she prayed a prayer and I left. And before I knew it, I started, there were a strange wind, a strange breeze blew on me. And I began to feel convulsion. And I knew that is an evil omen. An evil omen, a bewitchment that has been sent to me. And right there and there, I had to immediately look for some herbs that place, because I could identify any herbs around me. I know each herbs. When I walk around a community or an area, when I see plants, I can easily recognize what it does. So that ability helped me. Immediately in that trip, I was able to prepare some spiritual herbs and make some spiritual soap and use it to go take my bait. So I to ward off to stop that evil omen, that evil wind that was released to blow on me. I can tell you there are evil people who go take people's property. If you notice that somewhere in your dream, your hair was cut in your dream. You notice that somewhere your cap, your headgear, your hat as a lady, you couldn't find it. You notice that it has been taken. And then within a space of those period, you now see that things are now not working for you. Let me tell you, point it back. It means somebody has used that hat, that cap that they have taken that has gotten missing. They have used it to try to place a curse on you. and you got to do something about it. You got to be serious. You got to do something about it. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you that you don't take it lightly. You need to do something about this thing I'm talking right now. You need to. You need to. So now let me show you some of the things you need to do. So if your headgear has gotten missing, if your hair has been cut in dreams or in real life, then you need to do this work I am going to give you. I'm not going to take your time. I'm going to share with you that there are some things I want you to do, and some are very, very easy for you to do, and the other one is also easy if you are going to take effort to do it. If you will take effort to do it. Now, what are the things I want you to do to be able to take away every curses over your head? I'm saying it with all assurance that these two work that I'm giving you, if you will make effort to do it, you will see things turning around for you for good. You will see it. You will definitely begin to experience a change in your situation, a positive one. You will begin to see everything, every evil they have done against you, every spell that they have done, it will reverse it. It will start going back. It will go back to whoever has placed that curse on you. This work I'm giving you is such that it will return evil back to the sender. I can assure you that. And please, when you have done this work, I'm going to also give you a warning. And this is the warning before I say the work. The warning is this: when you have performed this spiritual work and you start using it, one of the things you should avoid is spiritual work, and then an urgent call is placed to you. They made an urgent call, or you receive an urgent call from anyone saying someone is terribly sick. Someone is terribly sick. Someone is at the point of death, whether sick or had an accident, and you need your attention is needed. Please, I plead with you, don't go. I plead with you, don't visit that individual, because let me tell you, when you do this work and you begin to see that evil has returned back to where it came from, that individual, those individuals, whether they are just one person or more than one persons, then you will begin to see that the evil work they've done against you will return back. If you dare go and visit, if you dare go back and visit, I don't know, it may portend an evil for you. So that's why I am giving this warning, that once you do this spiritual work and you begin to see they made a call, an urgent call towards you, and ask you to come, that someone is terribly sick, someone is terribly at the point of death, please, I plead with you, don't go. Whoever that person is, whoever the individual is, use with discretion, decline the visit. With discretion, with wisdom, decline the visit. That is my first warning. My second warning is this: once after you have performed this spiritual work and you begin to see, you need to avoid any issue that will lead to fight with anyone, any issue that will lead to quarrel with anyone, because once you finish this work, when the evil go back to the sender, they will begin. There is a quarrel that will come ahead of you. There is a fight that will be initiated. They will initiate fight. They will initiate fight. Please avoid it. Even if you are in the right, even if they are in the wrong, please, just with wisdom, with discretion, avoid any fight after you perform. That is, let me tell you, that is a sign that what they have done is coming back to their own head. So now, let me now give you what you need in performing this work. The very first thing you need for this first one, I'm giving you two. This is the first one. This one is to cleanse you from every evil causes. Is to cleanse you. It's a soap. It cleanses. This soap cleanses, and it's just a bait of one bait. It's just one bait that you are going to have. It's just one. You're going to bait once, just once. You are not baiting just more than once. It's just one bait. It's just one. So you can see it's very easy. It's just one bait. You are just going to take the bait, and it's at night you are going to do the baiting, and then after you are not going out again. So it's just one bait. So what are the things you need? The very first thing you need is you need what we call, well, some people is called fisking nut, Jatroskooker. I just went to harvest immediately so that I can show you. I have them in my yard over here. So this is their truth cooker. This one already have some the seed on it, but this is, you need the leaves. So you don't need more than 3 leaves. You just need 3 of the leaves. That's all. You just need 3, just 3 of the leaves. This is it now. This is it. So you just need 3. That's the first thing you need, because you are only preparing a small soap that you need to take your bait for just one bait. A small soap enough for one bait. So you just need 3 of the leaves. So that's the first thing you need. The next thing you need 1 bitter cola. 1 bitter cola. 1 bitter cola. I don't have a bitter cola here right now. That's why I couldn't show you. So you need just 1 bitter cola. Just 1 bitter cola. So the third thing you need is you need what we call potassium. There are 2 types of potassium. This one we call it in our local language here, we call it kaun bilala, akokaun bilala. That is a potassium. You just look for it. I will try and type it if I have chance. May not be today, but I will type it under this video. Once it upload on the platform, it's akokaun bilala. So, but it's potassium. The name in English is potassium. So you need a small quantity of that potassium. Small, not even up to just small. Now you just need like a teaspoon. If it comes like a stone, it looks like a stone. A stone, very easy stone, but you can easily, it's breakable. So if you want to grind it to powder, you just need just like a teaspoon quantity. You don't need more than that. Then you need red oil or palm oil. Some people call it red oil. Some other people refer to it as palm oil. And then, of course, you need your Bible, and then you need some quantity of soap. The quantity of soap, any soap of your choice, any soap of your choice. So you need that. So now, if you need your Bible, it's very important, because you are going to chant some verses of scripture. This is where you need patience for this work. And the chanting of the Bible is quite much. It's not so much, but you are chanting this Bible just once. Each of these passages, you will chant them just once. The very first one you will chant is Psalm 37. You will chant Psalm 37, then Psalm 71, then Psalm 91, then Psalm 51, then Psalm 68, and Psalm 70 and 72, and the last one is Psalm 35. Let me repeat those Psalms again, and I will take it slowly. You will chant Psalm 37 just once. You will chant Psalm 71 once, and then Psalm 91 once, Psalm 51 once, Psalm 68 once, Psalm 70 once, Psalm 72 once, and then the last one is Psalm 35 once. You will chant it on that soap after you have prepared it. So now, how do you prepare this soap? How do you prepare this soap? The very first thing you need to do is to grind the leaf that I've shown you, the Jatropha cooker's leaf. You grind it. The Yoruba call it yalo de funfun. Some other people refer to it as lapa funfun. So you grind it smooth, and then you peel off the peel of that bitter cola, because I've said you need the big one bitter cola. So you take off the peels of that bitter cola, and then you grind the bitter cola with these leaves, and then you now also grind the potassium. That small potassium I ask you to get, you also grind the potassium along with everything. So those are the 3 items you have. You have the potassium, you have the Jatropha cooker's leaves, then you have the bitter cola. So you have those 3, you grind them together smooth, and then you now mix them with that soap that is enough for just one bit. Once you mix them with the soap that is enough for just one bit, the next thing you need to do is to just add that soap. Place it on a sponge. Please don't place the soap inside any container. Immediately you finish making that soap, preparing that soap, you place the soap on a sponge, a new sponge, any new sponge you can get around you, any new I have stated earlier: Psalm 37, Psalm 71, Psalm 91, Psalm 51, Psalm 68, Psalm 70, 72 each. And then you say a prayer with all intent and purpose, that every curses that is operating, every barrier that has been placed on your life, every X that has been cast upon you, that has made life, has made things to be going from bad to worse, and that is not making you to see progress in your endeavor, you pray and you say, you ask them to go away, and then the soap is ready. Now, how are you going to use this soap? How are you going to do this soap? What is the time to use this soap? The time is at night, when you are ready to go to bed. When you are ready to go to bed. It's at night when you are ready to go to bed. Whether you sleep 1 a.m., 12 midnight, 10 p.m., it's not, but just make sure you are about to go to bed for the day, and then that period, that is the time you use the soap. So how are you going to use the soap to bathe? What you need to do is this. I asked you that one of the things you need to get was the red oil or palm oil. This is the time, it is at the point of taking the bath that you need to use that red oil or the palm oil. Now, when you get to your bedroom, please take your footwear, whether slippers or shoe, put it aside, because you are going to bathe this soap barefooted in wherever you are bathing it. So you take the red oil and you apply it on your body like a body cream. You apply the red oil just like you apply your body cream. You apply it on your body. You apply it, so you apply it. Please, I'm not saying you should drench yourself with the red oil. Just apply it as you apply your normal body cream. And then once you are done, your water is ready, the soap is ready, then you start taking your bath. You use and bathe that soap. And make sure you bathe and make sure that your body is clean. Once you are done, don't wipe off the water with a towel. You can put on your clothes or put on your sleeping cloth, whether pajamas or whatever. You can put it on top of it, and you go and sleep. One of the things I can assure you is this: God will give you a revelation. God will give you a dream. Within 7 days of doing this work, you will have a dream. And I want to encourage you, if you have a dream and you feel you don't have the grace to know the interpretation, you need someone to interpret to you. Please, you can reach out to me. My phone number always at the description section of my video, and at times it is on top of the video. Just reach out to me, and I can assure you that God will give the meaning, the interpretation of your dream. It's a WhatsApp number. Reach out to me then, so that, because it may be a further instruction. It may be a further instruction that Jehovah is giving to you. So you need to be conversant. If you are someone, you forget your dreams, then I ask you, put a paper beside you. Once you have the dream, take your pen and paper and document it. Write it down, so that you don't forget, because that is how one of the way the enemy attack and work on people, so that they don't remember their dreams. A lot of people don't remember their dream, because in the dream life, God show you what is to be, what is to come, and what you are to do. But once you cannot remember, then the enemy has started operating strongly in the life of the person. That is the first work I am asking you. This work is to cleanse. It's a cleansing soul from curses, from evil mark that is placed on people. If you prepare that soap, I can assure you that you will reach out to me, telling me positive result you have. Now, let me go to the next work. This one, this is a work that sometimes some may be able to do it. You will need to get someone who understands spiritual things to help you do it. Once the person is beside you, you can take your pen and your paper and write what I'm going to say. If you give that individual this thing I'm going to list to you, and you show it to the person, if the person know what he's doing, the person will tell you and let you know, this is the work. The person will definitely know. It's a prescription I'm going to give you. So let me tell you, this is where your head will begin to fight for you. If you do this, your head will start rising up for you. Anywhere you step to, your head will fight for you. Your head will rise up and fight for you. When they summon your head, to evil meetings, when they call your spirit to cast a spell on it, if you do this work, if you are someone who consistently do this work, your head will be so strong spiritually. Your spiritual man will be strong. Your spiritual person will be strong and alive to reject, to fight any evil off. And he will be so strong and alive to accept and attract and draw benefit, draw goodness, draw blessing, draw open door, draw luck into your life. I can assure you, if you're able to, if you can do this one, I am telling you. So what are the things you need? There are various things you need. So I'm not going to give you the one that will be very difficult for you to get. There are a lot of elaborate things we use for this. But if you are to do it in a simpler way, so that's because I'm asking you to do it in a very simpler way, so that you don't say, oh, I cannot do this. So that's why I am giving you this particular one. So I'm giving you this particular one so that you will be able to do it yourself or get someone who can do it. This work is to venerate your spirit, your inner man, your real self in the spirit, is to venerate, is to wake up, is to keep alive, is to energize, is to empower your head, is to empower your spirit, is to empower your inner self. If I use it in our local language, that is when people in our local language can understand it. We used to call it Ori. The Igbo call it Chi. They say it is this Chi. It is waking up your Chi in the Igbo language. In Yoruba, it is to wake up your Ori, your head that fight for you. You know, I show you in the scripture. The Bible says your own blood be upon your head. And I say head is very significant. Last week, the head of an individual is very, very significant. The head. He said you shall be the head and never the tail. He said you shall be the head and never the tail. The head is very important. So this spiritual work I'm giving you is to help you to wake and make your head very strong and spiritually powerful. So what do you need to do this work? The very first thing you need a cube sugar. Over here, unfortunately, I also don't have that. You need a cube sugar. You need to get a packet of cube sugar. A sugar that is in square shape. It's a square shaped sugar. And we do have it here. And I know some other people may have it, call it in another name. We call it cube sugar because of the shape over here. So, but it's a square cube shaped sugar. You need a pack of it. Go get that. Then you need salt. Go get salt. You need salt. You need salt. Sea salt, the regular salt, you need salt. Then you need honey, original honey. You need honey, original honey. You need that. Then you need water. Then you need orange, one orange. So you need that. Those are the items you need to do this work. And then the last thing that is so important you need catfish. You need a catfish, a live catfish, not a roasted, not a dead, not any one, but a live catfish. You need that. Let me repeat what you need. You need catfish, you need cube sugar, you need original honey, you need salt, and then you need water. Those are the items you need for this work. Now, when you want to do this work, the best time to do this work is you do it very early in the morning, between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. Between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. Then you can also do it from 6 p.m. in the evening, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Those are the two periods that is best to do this work. You do it early in the morning or late at night. When I say late at night, late evening. You do it early morning between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. or you do it 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's the best time to do this work. Then when you are going to do this work, it is important that and good and best that you be on a white cloth. If you are a male, be on a white cloth. If you are a female, be on a white cloth. Let the cloth you wear, you put on for this work, be white. So how do you do this work? The very first thing you need is you will use each of those items to make a prayer. The very first one you will use is the sugar. Sugar is sweet and it has 4 cardinal points. The word has 4 cardinal points. So anywhere you go, you should meet sweetness. The sweetness in the 4 cardinal points of the earth should begin to flow to you. You use that to make your prayer. The sweetness in the 4 cardinal points of the world should begin to flow towards you. No one, you don't put sugar, a child does not taste the sugar and squeezes his face or her face. A child squeezes sugar and then she's happy. So anywhere you step into, you have become sweetness. Anywhere you go, you have become sweetness. So you use it to play. After prayer, you take a little from that sugar and you keep it. Then you use salt. Also, you take salt and you use it to touch your forehead. You also use the sugar you used to pray to touch your forehead. You use the salt to touch your forehead and you pray and you say, anywhere, salt is a preservation. Salt preserved from things getting spoiled, getting rotten. From now, my life is preserved from getting rotten. Salt, no, anywhere anyone is making meal, he must use salt. Salt is not rejected by individual. Salt is wealth. Salt is wealth. So wealth should flow towards me. Wealth should flow towards me. So you use it to pray. You take a little, just a pinch, and you put it in your mouth, and then you put that. And then you also use honey. The honey you have gotten. Anywhere honey is, people go to look for it. Even when the honey is residing in the bush, people will create paths to it. Anywhere I am, let people create paths to favor me. Let the great, the rich, the poor, the strong, the mighty, let them create their path. Let them use their own hand to create path towards me, towards everything I am doing. So you use that to pray. Then you take the orange. Anywhere the orange tree is, anywhere the orange tree is located, men, women must create paths to meet that orange tree. Wherever the orange tree is, children will create paths to go and meet where that orange tree is. So let everyone that is needed, every helper, every divine helper, every man, every woman that is my helper, let them create paths to reach out to me. Then you use the orange to pray. And then the only one that you are now maybe a bit difficult for you is the catfish. That's why I said sometimes you may need an individual to help you understand this spiritual thing. Then you take the catfish, you place it on your head, and you must make sure it stays. It stays on the head. If I do it for you, it will stay on your head. Then it stays. Once you stay, it is the head that the fish uses to find its way in the water. It is the head the fish uses to find its way in the sea. It is the head the fish uses to find its way in the river. From now, my head will find its way in this life that I've come. Where we open for my head, everything I begin to do, my head will begin to make way for me. You pray until that fish will by itself falls to the ground. You don't fall it. The fish, when that fish falls to the ground, is very significant. For most people who have not done it, it may take a long time. It may take up to 10 minutes before the fish will go off their head. But for those who have been doing this ritual, within 2-3 minutes, the fish has fallen. I know some of you may not understand this. These are deep spiritual things, because I do it for people very often. So I can tell you what it entails. And I can assure you, when you do this, I do it for myself. I call people who were also in the spiritual thing to come do it for me. I do it every 3 months. So 4 times in a year, I do it for myself. So I want to encourage you that you can do this. If you do these 2 work I have given to you today, I will assure you that things will change. You will begin to see light coming in at the end of that tunnel. You will begin to see that things are beginning to take the right shape. Things are beginning to fall in line with you. Things are beginning to move in the right direction. Things that have gone wrong, we begin to arrange and get organized and start working for you, because your head will go in the spiritual realm and begin to set things right for you. Your chi will go in the spiritual realm and begin to set things in the right direction for you. I can assure you that if you can do this spiritual work, if you don't understand anyone, you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number, and I will take time to explain to you on how you can go about it. And I can assure you, my joy is when you do this work, you see the positive impact and result. That's my joy. And once that positive impact and is taking place, I am glad. I know that the time and the effort I have placed in doing this is worthwhile. So I want to thank every one of you. I want to thank my sister Omo. I want to say thank you for always joining and for helping to type some things on it. Thank you very, very much. So I want to encourage everyone, please do this work, and you will be glad at the end of the day. So I will see you next time. You have any comment, any question, reach out to me on my WhatsApp, and I will gladly answer it. I'm trying to see how to do the live session in such a way that people that want to join in live, I want to make question, I want to make comment, or you want to do consultation in real life, we can do it on real life. But why I don't do consultation over my live broadcast is because consultation is private. So I don't want to say anybody's secret or private life in the real life. So that's why I don't try to do consultation in real life, except that person decide that it should be. In the ethics of this work that I've been, it is that people's privacy is very, very important. So thank you very much, and I'll see you some other time. See you Sunday next week, this same time. God bless you.